Namo Buddhaya, meritorious children. We have again met through the Mirror of Dhamma program for us to share the Buddha's teachings with you all, to make your lives successful, to brighten your life with the light of the Supreme Buddha's teachings. So the Buddha's teachings will awaken our minds. The Buddha's teachings, the light of the Buddha's teachings will make us wise. And once we become wise, we will be able to live happily without blaming others and without becoming sad or living a fearful life. From time to time, we experience fear, then sorrow, sadness, then we cry. So, especially for human beings, the Blessed One, our Buddha, taught us to remain happy and to have a peaceful life without crying. Among the people who are crying, we can live without crying. Among the people who are getting angry, we can live without getting angry. Among the people who are getting attached to the world, getting attached to what they see, hear, and smell, we can live without getting attached by the help of the Buddha's teachings. Then, among the people who are deluded, who are lost in life, who does not take necessary and right decisions in life, who does not know the reality of life, who does not know about life after death, among such people, we can live by knowing the true nature of our past births, of our future births, and in what kind of a journey we are going through. So all these things were revealed by a Supreme Buddha. So, dear children, as usual, let us go for refuge to Buddha Dhamma Sangha and observe the 5 precepts before we start the program. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now, children, there's a challenge for you. What's the challenge? You have to observe the 5 precepts and protect it. Now, there's another main challenge as well, that is to always remember the refuge. Keep the refuge from the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. We should not get away from the refuge, from the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. So, the moment you start thinking unwisely, you are away from the Buddha's refuge. But the moment you start and continue and think, keep on thinking according to the Buddha's realization, you have the refuge from the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. So, that is the greatest challenge. And the next challenge is to protect the 5 precepts. So, let's observe the 5 precepts and observe these 5 precepts until I meet you again in next Saturday in the program. Then in next Saturday, again you'll have a strong determination to observe and protect the 5 precepts. So if you break the 5 precepts in between, again observe it. So it's always good for children and for adults to observe the 5 precepts early morning. After you wake up, after you brush your teeth, go to the Buddha statue, sit and offer a glass of water, light a lamp and observe the 5 precepts. At least observe the 5 precepts. Then before you go to sleep, again observe the 5 precepts, because in the daytime, maybe due to lack of mindfulness, you would have broken a precept. So if you can observe the 5 precepts in the night before you go to sleep, then you don't have to worry. Even if you die in the night, you are virtuous. You are virtuous. So let's observe the 5 precepts. I observe the precept of abstaining from killing beings. I observe the precept of abstaining from stealing. I observe the precept of abstaining from sexual misconduct. I observe the precept of abstaining from telling lies. I observe the precept of abstaining from taking intoxicating drinks and drugs. I follow these precepts for happiness in this life, for rebirth in heaven, and to realize the Four Noble Truths. In this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now, let's learn the Buddha's teachings. Let's go for the sermon. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya, and our homage to our teacher, to our Pingat Lokaswamin Wahanse, that is our most venerable Avasarai Kirtipat Guda Jnanananda Maha Thera. Children, today I decided to teach you about the Buddha's relics and what happened to the Buddha's sacred body after the Buddha attained Mahaparinibbana. Mahaparinibbana means the final passing away. So after the Buddha passed away on a Vesak full moon Poya day, the Buddha's sacred body turned into relics. Beautiful relics. So those relics were split to 8 portions, and then those 8 portions were given to kings from 8 kingdoms, and then kings made stupas, and then another 2 stupas were made, that is by the bowl that they used to split the Buddha's relics, and then the Buddha's charcoal, the residue from the pyre taken, the ashes from the pyre was enshrined in another stupa, and 10 stupas were built after the Blessed One's passing away by using the Buddha's relics. So in one of the previous programs, one child requested us to explain, when I explained that 1/8 of the relics were enshrined in the Ruwanuli Mahastupa, then one child asked me, Bhante, what happened to the other 7 portions? So today I'm going to explain what happened to other 7 portions and some stanzas that we use to venerate the Buddha's relics. And so I'll be teaching from the last part of the Mahaparinibbana Sutta. Dear children, in this month of Vesak, please read the Mahaparinibbana Sutta. That's in the book of Digha Nikaya, in the second book. Digha Nikaya. The name of the sutta is Mahaparinibbana Sutta. Slowly read that book. Read that and let me know the places that you are really impressed. And you might cry during the sermon. You might feel sad. You might miss the Supreme Buddha. And you might understand the value of the Supreme Buddha. And you would think that how fortunate it could be if I was born during a Supreme Buddha's time when the Supreme Buddha is alive. So read the Mahaparinibbana Sutta in this Vesak month and share merit with the monks of Mahamena Buddhist monasteries, especially with Lokaswamin Wahanse. So to start the sermon today, children, after the Blessed One's passing away, the relics were divided into 8 portions, and then by using one portion, King Ajasatta of Magadha made a stupa and did a celebration for the relics of the Lord Buddha. So King Ajasatta. Then Lechavis from Vesali made a stupa and did a celebration in Vishala for the relics of the Supreme Buddha. Then the Sakyans of Kapilavattu. The Sakyans of Kapilavattu made a stupa and did a celebration in Kimbulvat for the relics of the Lord Buddha. So Sakyans are the Buddha's relatives. Then the Bullers of Allakappa. The Bullers of Allakappa. Bullers like Sakyans, that was the name used to address the Buddha's relatives. So people from Allakappa were known as Bullers in English. Then they made a stupa and did a celebration in Allakappa for the relics of the Lord Buddha. Now how many stupas? 4 stupas. Then the Kaulians of Ramagama. Who are Kaulians? Queen Mahamaya's relatives. Then the Kaulians of Ramagama made a stupa and did a celebration in Ramagama for the relics of the Lord Buddha. Then the Brahmin of Vetadipa made a stupa and did a celebration in Vetadipa for the relics of the Supreme Buddha. Then the Mallas of Pava. The Mallas of Pava made a stupa and did a celebration in the city of Pava for the relics of the Lord Buddha. If you can visit India, children, if you can visit India, you can visit all these places. Still, if you go to Vishala, if you go to Kapilavastu, still you can see stupas and a lot of places that was protected by the monks and protected by King Dharmashoka. Then the Brahmin of Vetadipa made a stupa and did a celebration in Vetadipa for the relics of the Lord Buddha. Then the Mallas of Pava. And then the Mallas of Kusinara, that's the place where the Blessed One passed away, attained the Mahaparinibbana, made a stupa and did a celebration in the city of Kusinara for the relics of the Lord Buddha. Then, after the passing away of the Blessed One, the Brahmin who distributed the relics, his name is Dona Brahmin. Brahmin Dona. Brahmin Dona, he also made a stupa and did a celebration for the vessel used to divide the relics of the Lord Buddha. So whatever used by the Supreme Buddha, that is also worthy of reverential salutations. Even the Buddha's alms ball, even the Buddha's robe, if you come to Sri Lanka, like the Kalaniya Stupa, so that's where the Blessed One used that chair to have alms food. So that chair is enshrined in the Kalaniya Mahastupa, in the Mahastupa in Kalaniya. Then there's another stupa next to Kalaniya where a Buddha's one of the robes were enshrined in that stupa. So those things were used by the Buddha. So you call it paribogika. What do you call it? Paribogika. So even the Bodhi tree is paribogika. Buddha used the Bodhi tree to get shelter. So when you worship such places, you get enormous merit, children. So today the sermon would be a little bit long for you to learn this. So the stupa where the charcoal is enshrined is the 10th. The warriors of Pippalivana made a stupa and did a celebration in Pippalivana for the charcoal taken from the cremation place of the Buddha. That was done by warriors of Pippalivana. And altogether, children, 10 stupas were built after the Buddha's passing away. So after these 10 stupas were built, children, Arahant Mahakassapa took the responsibility of the Buddha Sasana. When most venerable, our amazing, a great disciple, that is our Arahant Mahakassapa, who was chief in austerity practices, who lived in a great forest. When Buddha invited Arahant Mahakassapa to live in the village, in the monastery, Arahant Mahakassapa said, for the benefit of upcoming generation, I will still live in the forest. When the Blessed One invited Arahant Mahakassapa to accept invitations done by the lay people to go to houses and take meals, Arahant Mahakassapa said, Blessed One, for the benefit of upcoming generation, for the future generation, I will keep on depending on Pindapata. I will go from house to house and just beg food. I won't go for alms, food that is invited by the people. I will go begging for food and find food. Then Blessed One said to Arahant Mahakassapa, Kassapa, your robe is very old. Why don't you change the robe? Blessed One, out of compassion towards the upcoming generation, to the future generation, I will use this old robe. So Arahant Mahakassapa was extremely content. He was happy with what he had. He didn't wish for new things. So if you like to have a mind like that, not wishing for new things every day, if you do not have a satisfied mind with things that you have, with the things that your parents have, if you want to have what your friends have, if you are not satisfied with the things that you have, if you are not satisfied with the things that your parents can afford, and if you are expecting that your parents can't afford, if you have such a mind, children, worship Arahant Mahakassapa. Think of Arahant Mahakassapa. You can learn about Arahant Mahakassapa from the book called Samyutta Nikaya. There's a section called Samyutta Nikaya. Then look for the section called Kassapa Samyutta. Kassapa Samyutta, the section of Arahant Mahakassapa. There you could learn a lot about Arahant Mahakassapa. Now I introduced you two suttas. First sutta is Mahaparinibbana Sutta. The second thing that you have to read is reading about Arahant Mahakassapa. You can learn it from the Kassapa Samyutta, from Samyutta Nikaya. So if you learn about Arahant Mahakassapa, you will become content. You will be happy thinking of Arahant Mahakassapa. And even if your parents can't afford what you need, you will be happy with what your parents can afford. So try to be content, children. Try to be satisfied what you have. Don't wish for things that you do not have. Wish for a life that is virtuous. Wish for a generous life. Wish for a life that is meditative. Wish for a life that you can make your life concentrated, make your mind concentrated, make your mind serene. Wish for such a life. Wish for such a life. Then all your problems will be overcome. All your problems will be subsided, will be solved. Therefore, children, if you like to become content, to whom you should go for refuge? To Arahant Mahakassapa. So Arahant Mahakassapa, when he came to worship the Blessed One, after the Blessed One passed away, the Blessed One's body was kept, placed in a golden box. When Arahant Mahakassapa came to worship the Blessed One, when he came closer to that golden box, the golden box opened automatically, and then the Blessed One's foot came and touched Arahant Mahakassapa's forehead, and Arahant Mahakassapa touched the Supreme Buddha's sacred foot and then worship for the last time. Arahant Mahakassapa took the responsibility of the Buddha's asana. And after the Blessed One's passing away, Arahant Mahakassapa gathered 500 Arahants and recollected all the Buddha's valuable teachings, all the Buddha's teachings, and then gathered 500 Arahants and uttered the Buddha's teachings again, and then did the Sangha Council and established the Buddha Sasana again. And then after doing the Sangha Council, Arahant Mahakassapa thought, there are only 10 places to worship. So if there are only 10 stupas all over India, that's not enough for the people in India to gain merit, and people who come from all over the world to worship the Buddha's relics. Because after the passing away of the Buddha's relics were the things that for us to venerate the Buddha and the Buddha's Bodhi tree. And then something made for the Buddha. Even a stupa is made for the Buddha. Even an image drawn for the Buddha, that is something for the Buddha. Even if someone makes a stupa out of sand, that is also done for the Supreme Buddha. So there are a lot of stories to be taught children to learn the value of the Supreme Buddha. There was one monk in the past life, he just made a stupa from sand and worshipped that stupa, thinking that this stupa is made for a Buddha. This stupa is made for a Buddha. Just worshipping such a stupa, later on, that person became Arahant. So anything done for the Supreme Buddha, whether it could be from clay or sand or maybe from paper, don't disrespect them. Respect them. So then after the Sangha Council, Arahant Mahakassapa thought we should protect these relics, and then in future we should let the people, the devotees of the Supreme Buddha, to worship the Buddha's relics, to make stupas all over India. So Arahant Mahakassapa spoke to King Ajasattha and then brought all those relics to one place, and Arahant Mahakassapa, with the help of King Ajasattha, made a special stupa underground, and then got a special casket and then put all those relics. Now Arahant Mahakassapa took all the relics from 7 stupas. The stupas remain, but with the help of psychic powers of Arahant Mahakassapa, took all the relics from 7 stupas, but remained 1 stupa. What was that? The stupa is in Ramagrama. In Ramagrama, that was worshipped by the relatives of Queen Mahamaya, so by the Kolians. So that stupa was remained. There's a secret, children, one more secret. I'll tell at the end of the sermon. So then King Ajasattha's people dig the ground. This was done secretly, and then made a stupa underneath, made a lot of holes in that area so that people couldn't find in which hole the relics were, and then put 7 portions in one casket, and then was enshrined underground. So after all the constructions were done by the human beings, a divine being called Vissakamma protected that stupa with a special machine made with swords. Those swords were always rotating, so no one can touch that stupa or to steal the relics. So that was known as Vala Sangati. And then they covered the entire machine, and then it looked like another place where you see a normal place with grass. So then one more thing they did, before they enshrined the stupa, Arahant Mahakassapa instructed to write a message in a golden plate, writing that in future a king called Piyadasi will make stupas all over India from these relics. Then after 200 years of the passing away of the Supreme Buddha, what happened, children? There was a king called King Dharmashoka. So before that he was known as Chandasoka, and that is Piyadasi king, King Piyadasi. So King Dharmashoka, later he got the opportunity to take all those relics from in this stupa was made in the city of Rajagaha. So he got this chance because of a discussion took place between some monks. So some monks were discussing, look, there was a wonderful relic enshrining done long time back. Does anyone of y'all know how that was done and where was it done? So then there was one monk who was 120 years old. That monk, when he was very small, in his young age as a monk, his teacher has shown that place and said, look, in this place there are a lot of relics. In future, when the proper time comes, remind the monks to make a stupa. Remind the senior monks to inform the kings to make a great stupa, to make great stupas for many relics that are enshrined in this place. So that monk kept that as a secret for a long time. And then the senior monks informed King Dharmashoka, and then they started digging the place. And they found that machine, and that was removed by the Devas. And then the king made 84,000 stupas all over India by using how many relics now? How many portions of relics? 7 portions of relics. 7 portions of relics. And then made stupas all around India. 84,000 stupas. 84,000 stupas. Children, after the parinirvana of the Buddha, an Arhan named Sarabhu brought a relic in the neck known as Griva Dhatu, which had been recovered, which been taken from the pyre while the pyre was burning, while where the Buddha's sacred body was kept, and when the pyre was burning, this great Arahant, Arahant Sarabhu, took a special relic and brought to Sri Lanka and enshrined in a stupa, which you called Mahayangana, in a stupa in Mahayangana. So in Mahayangana stupa, you can find a Buddha's relic that is from the neck, enshrined in Mahayangana stupa. So that was done when the Buddha's sacred body was placed in the pyre to be burnt. So that was taken place with the help of Arahant Sarabhu. So after King Dharmashoka made 84,000 stupas, the great Arahants at that time made a supernatural power for King Dharmashoka to see all the opening ceremonies of all the 84,000 stupas while staying at one place. Dear children, after 84,000 stupas were built by King Dharmashoka, later on, great stupas were built in Sri Lanka as well by taking the Buddha's great relics. So the forehead relic of the Supreme Buddha, was brought by Arahant Mahadeva and was enshrined in Mangala Mahastupa in Serivilla by the support of King Kavantissa. Then an Arahant called Mahinda brought the right tooth relic of the Buddha and enshrined in a stupa in Sri Lanka. If you visit Serivilla, you will get a chance to worship that great stupa. That stupa is near to Serivilla stupa. It is now we are building a monastery near to that stupa. So you can go to Vilgamvera to worship the Buddha's right tooth relic. And then the Buddha's left tooth relic was brought by Princess Hemamala and Prince Danta from the country of Kalingu. Now children, these relics are not including to the 8 portions of the Buddha. They are different. Then children, then Ruanuli Mahastupa, 1/8 of the Supreme Buddha's relics. So these relics were initially from Ramagrama Stupa that was worshipped by the Kolians. So Ramagrama Stupa got destroyed later on. Then they were venerated by the Nagas. So during King Dutugamunu's time, a great Arahant brought relics from the Naga world, and uh, 1/8 of the Buddha's relics were enshrined at Ruwanali Mahastupa. So far I have explained about the forehead relics of the Supreme Buddha, then two tooth relics of the Supreme Buddha. So the left tooth relic of the Supreme Buddha was brought by Princess Hemamala and Prince Danta from the country of Kalingu, and was enshrined where? At the temple of Tooth Relic in Kandy. So then the Supreme Buddha's collarbone. There are two collarbones. One collarbone is enshrined in a Brahma world, in a stupa in Brahma world, and one collarbone relic is enshrined at Tuparamaya, made by King Devanam Piyatissa. So after the Parinibbana of the Supreme Buddha, so lot of relics were enshrined in many places. Therefore, children, Buddha's relics later, what happened from those 84,000 stupas, when those stupas were destroyed and after they decayed, so those relics were brought to Sri Lanka by the monks, by the great arahants, and a lot of stupas were built in Sri Lanka and in the other parts of the world. So today we learn little bit of the history of the Buddha's relics. We need to learn more about the Buddha's relics, but in short, I explained just what happened after the Buddha's passing away, how the Buddha's relics were enshrined, and how those relics were taken to one place, and then again made many stupas by King Dharmashoka, and then again those relics were brought to Sri Lanka and enshrined. So there's a nice gatha, there are some wonderful stanzas to chant for us to learn more about Buddha's relics. So now let us utter these verses from the Mahaparinibbana Sutta. Say after me. Attadonang chakkumato sarire Sattadonang jambudipe mahenti Ekanchadonang purisa varuttamassa Ramagame Nagaraja Mahenti. What's the meaning of this? There were 8 portions of relics of the one with vision. Of these, 7 are worshipped in India. One of the most noble ones, sacred relics, is worshipped by the Nagas kings in Ramagama. Then the second stanza. Eka hidata tidivehi pujita Eka panagandhara pure mahiyati Kalingaranyo vijite punekang Ekang punanagaraja mahenti. The meaning of that stanza is, one sacred tooth relic is worshipped by the devas in heaven. One sacred tooth relic peacefully dwells in Gandhara Pradesh. One sacred tooth relic peacefully dwells in Kalinga Pradesh. And the other sacred tooth relic is venerated by the kings of Nagas. So this happened before Arahant Mahakassapa took the relics to one place. Tasseva tejena ayang vasundara Ayaga settehi mahi alankata Evang imang chakkumato sarirang Susakkatang sakkata sakkatehi. The glory of the sacred relics of the Buddha spreads in the world. The world is illuminated by the radiance of the relics. All humans pay their veneration to the sacred relics of the Buddha and gain tremendous good merit. Devinda naginda narinda pujito Manussa settehi tateva pujito Tang vandata panjalika bhavitva Buddha have kappa sate idullabo. What's the meaning of that stanza? The kings of the heavens, the kings of the Nagas, and all wise humans venerated the sacred relics of the Supreme Buddha. With joined palms on our forehead, we pay our veneration to the sacred relics of the Supreme Buddha. Sadhu, sadhu, may our homage be to the great stupa. After eons and eons, the Buddha was born, and his name, Samma Sambuddha, spreads all over the world, making our mind, body and speech pleasant. We pay our respectful veneration to the great stupas. So the Buddha's great relics are venerated by Devas, humans, Brahmas, and Nagas. So let us gain enormous merit by worshipping the great Buddha in this way and realize the Four Noble Truths and develop our lives to a great extent. So by learning the history of these great relics, may you have the opportunity to realize the Four Noble Truths and worship these great relics and gain a lot of merits to your lives. So when you worship these great relics, you should think that you're worshipping the live Buddha. And even if you are far away, even if you are living in a foreign country, you can think of Ruwanali Mahastupa and worship the Ruwanali Mahastupa. You can think of the Tuparame Stupa and worship the Tuparame Stupa. You can think of the Buddha's forehead relic and worship the Mangala Mahastupa. And then you can worship the Buddha's sacred tooth relics, being in the country that you are. Think of those relics and worship, yet you will gain merit. Because even they was worship being far from the Supreme Buddha. They said, Duratova Namasantu. Even being far away, they worship the Supreme Buddha. So even if you are far away, yet you are not far from merit. The moment, because mind is chief. What Buddha said was, mind is chief. Even today, if someone goes to a stupa, near the stupa, and if they does not know that these relics are enshrined, will they be able to gain a powerful merit? No. But if you know that these great relics are enshrined in these great stupas, you will have the opportunity to gain more merit. So may you have the opportunity today by learning the history of relics, little bit about the history of relics, and may you have the opportunity to gain a lot of merit by worshipping the great relics of the Supreme Buddha by offering flowers, water, sweet fragrance, and many other offerings to the Supreme Buddha, and gain many merits and realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. Dear children, now you have come to the meditation session. So today we will be practicing loving kindness meditation. Children, when you practice loving kindness meditation, you will experience 11 benefits. So first of all, I will teach you the 11 benefits. Then you will have a happy mind to practice the loving kindness meditation. Children, this loving kindness meditation should be practiced just like a vehicle. Like a vehicle is moving, we should always practice loving kindness. So the benefits are, when you practice loving kindness meditation, you will sleep very well. You can wake up very well. You won't see evil dreams. You will become dear to humans, and also you will become dear to non-humans. Deities will protect you, and no fire, no poison, no weapon can affect someone. One can concentrate the mind quickly. One's facial complexion is serene. One dies without any confusion. If one does not attain a higher stage of enlightenment, one will be reborn in the Brahma world. So if you like to go to a Brahma world, what should you do, children? Practice loving kindness meditation. Now, haven't you seen evil dreams? Falling from high-rise buildings, from mountains in the night? Haven't you seen funerals, nightmares, funerals in the night? So if you don't like to see these evil dreams, what should you practice? Loving kindness. Genuinely spreading thoughts of loving kindness. Genuinely practicing wholesome thoughts and practicing wholesome qualities. So let's practice loving kindness meditation. Now close your eyes. Sit in a comfortable posture. Sit in a comfortable posture and then close your eyes and think according to what I say. I am too closing my eyes and meditating. So I will utter the verses of loving kindness meditation genuinely, wholeheartedly. Wish for the happiness of others and wish for the happiness of yourself and others too. So listen to me and think according to what I say. Sit in a comfortable posture. Okay, now let's spread loving kindness. May I be free from anger. May I be free from ill will. May I be free from jealousy. May I be free from mental suffering. May I be free from physical suffering. May I live in peace. May I live happily. Now let's wish for the happiness of the beings who are living at the place you are right now. It could be your house. May all beings in this place be free from anger, be free from ill will, be free from jealousy, be free from mental suffering, be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. May all beings in this city. Now children, there are many beings in this city. There are animals, creatures, demons. There are many non-human beings and many human beings also. So try to spread loving kindness to all those beings. Think that there are enormous living beings in this city. Think of them and spread loving kindness. May all beings in this city be free from anger, Be free from ill will. Be free from jealousy. Be free from mental suffering. Be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. May all beings in this province be free from anger. Be free from ill will. Be free from jealousy. May all beings in this province be free from anger. Be free from ill will. Be free from jealousy. Be free from mental suffering. Be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. May all beings in this country be free from anger. Be free from ill will. Be free from jealousy. Be free from mental suffering. Be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. Children, next, we are going to spread loving kindness towards all beings living in this world. So think about the world. Okay, now let's spread loving kindness. May all beings in this world be free from anger. Be free from ill will. Be free from jealousy. Be free from mental suffering. Be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. May all beings in all worlds. Now, children, we should think of all beings in all worlds. Without neglecting anyone, we can spread loving kindness. How fortunate we are. Let's spread loving kindness to all living beings in all worlds. May all beings in all worlds be free from anger. Be free from ill will. Be free from jealousy. Be free from mental suffering. Be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. May all beings be free from anger. Be free from ill will. Be free from jealousy. Be free from mental suffering. Be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. May all beings be well and happy. Be well and happy. Now slowly open your eyes. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Nama Buddhaya, dear children. Now we have come to the session to share some good deeds done by some children. And then there are some few questions to ask. There are a lot of questions, but I have selected few questions because today I took a lot of time to explain. I took more time to do the sermon. We would like to share merit with you all. We made paper Vesak Kudu influenced by Shraddha TV. So Shraddha TV taught the devotees how to make Vesak lanterns from paper. Idea of making without bamboo sticks and thinking about Buddharajanan Vahansa. Also encourage our friend to make them too. So they have encouraged their friends to make Vesak lanterns. In this lockdown time, our family cooked some food and took it to our family friends who has twins born very recently. So that's the merit they have done. And they have a question. I have a question, Bante. So in this session, we are sharing good deeds and answering questions as well. I have a question. I think Shraddha is the trust towards the triple gem. It's the confidence towards the triple gem. You believe in the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. You believe the Buddha. You believe what Buddha says, and you have confidence in the Buddha, and also together, and also with the Dhamma and Sangha. But sometimes I lose my trust towards the noble triple gems. Why, Putta? As an example, sometimes when my Amma says it is not good to lie, I think a small lie isn't a big lie, and I won't go to hell for it. So my question is, Venerable Swamin Wahanse, is how do we gain our Shraddha and truly find the path to Nibbana? Could you kindly teach us about this, please? Children, once the Blessed One advised Venerable Rahula, saying, if someone tells lie, it's like a bucket is turned upside down. Imagine there's a vessel or a bucket you have turned upside down. Can it be used? No. There was some water in that vessel remaining, because when the Blessed One visited where the Venerable Rahula was, Venerable Rahula kept a bucket to wash the Buddha's feet, a bucket full of water. Then Buddha took that bucket and told Venerable Rahula to throw that water in the bucket. Then asked Venerable Rahula, now are there water? Then Venerable Rahula said, Blessed One, there are only little water. There's only little water remaining. Then Buddha said, if someone is telling lies, his qualities are like this. His qualities like little bit of water in a vessel. Then Buddha told to throw away those little bit of water also. Then asked, now are there water remaining? No. Then Buddha said, if someone is telling lies purposely, it's like no water in a vessel, no qualities. Then Buddha finally turned the vessel upside down, told Venerable Rahula to turn it upside down, and then asked, now what do you think, Rahula? Then Venerable Rahula said, there's nothing, it's turned upside down. Then Buddha said, if someone is telling lies, it's like turning a vessel upside down. So don't tell lies even for a joke. Even for a joke. Lie is a lie. If you die at that time, you are not dying as a virtuous person. Death can happen anytime. Don't forget that. So don't tell lies even for a joke. Then there are two other kids who have shared their merits and asked questions. And last time I gave some questions and they have answered them. Our names are Aaron and Anya. We are writing to you from Lombardy in Italy. Oh, they are from Italy. That's great. We have been in lockdown for about 2 months, and thanks to the Dhamma and your sermons, we have been able to face this disaster so far without mentally falling apart. So sadhu, sadhu, I rejoice in your merit. So we should share merit with our teacher for giving us this opportunity to share the Buddha's teachings with you all. Then they're happy to share some good deeds. Every morning we chant Pirit together, Ratana Sutta, Kanda Paritta, Mora Paritta, Angulimala Piritta and Atavisa Paritta, and Dajagga Paritta as well. Then every morning we chant Pirit along with the monks of Mahamyunava, Italy Asapua through live streaming. It's great. Every Sunday we observe the 10 precepts. Every Sunday we observe 10 precepts, Dasasil, and prepare the Buddha Puja for the Supreme Buddha. So this is very unique. They are observing 10 precepts every Sunday. So even the other children can observe 10 precepts on Sundays. So that means they give up using money. They give up doing transactions by money. And they give up doing transactions, and they give up using jewelry also. Then for the questions that I asked, how should you think when your parents called you? When our parents called us, we should all think that it's for our own good. Also, if sometimes we could get angry, we should calm down and think that they have given us this life. So they calm their lives by thinking that parents have given life to them. So that's a good way to calm your anger. Then the second question, how to think if our siblings are disturbing us? When our siblings disturb us, we should learn to have patience. Practice metta and understand that if we get angry, we are not doing good deeds. It's always the one who gets angry that commits sins. Very good, children. How could you help your grandparents? We could help them with the housework and with jobs that they can't do because they are old and weak. So they can help with the jobs that they can't do. Very good, children. Very wise children. Then how could you do your own work alone? We could organize our time, make a timetable, set moments to do good deeds, and manage our school work at the same time. In this timetable, we should give importance to good merits. These children are spending their lives in a meaningful way. So the other children also can spend their lives in this manner. What to do if you feel lazy to meditate and do good deeds? Let's see what these children are telling. If we feel lazy, we should remember the importance of Dhamma and the benefits it will give us. Even if we could feel lazy at that moment, we should think about the good future we could have by doing merits. So they should think about their good future and they could do good deeds. So then they can overcome laziness. So can you explain the questions they're asking? Can you please explain how to become a stream entrant? Associate noble friends, learn Dhamma, then think according to the Dhamma that you learn, and then you will be able to practice Dhamma. That is the way to become a stream entrant. And one more thing, develop unshakable confidence in the Buddha, unshakable confidence in the Dhamma, unshakable confidence in the Sangha, and protect the 5 precepts. You call it Sotapatyanga. Therefore, children, today by sharing good deeds and by getting some answers for some questions, may you have the opportunity to realize the 4 noble truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. Dear children, now we have come to the session of Paritta chanting. Chanting the Buddha's teachings to gain protection for our lives. So during the Buddha's time, back in Buddha's time, when Lecchivis were affected by 3 fears in Vishala, in the city of Vishala, the 3 fears were drought, then diseases, and also demons. So these are the 3 fears that affected the people. Then the Blessed One, out of compassion, visited the city of Vishala, and then he chanted, the Blessed One chanted the Ratana Sutta. And afterwards, Arhant Ananda, Venerable Ananda was instructed and advised to chant the Ratana Sutta by memorizing it and remember it by heart and chant the Ratana Sutta. And before that, Venerable Ananda took alms bowl and filled with water, and Venerable Ananda chanted the Ratana Sutta and sprinkled that water in the city of Vishala. And afterwards, the city of Vishala came back to normal, the people came back to normal, and then it became a place for human beings, suitable for human beings to live. So, since we are also going through a hard time because of this corona virus, we should also gain protection from the Ratana Sutta. So now we are hoping to chant the Ratana Sutta in Pali and English both. So if you have this book at home, please get ready with this book. take this book and sit on the floor, but don't keep this book on the floor. Hold it by your both hands, or keep it on a table, and then turn to page 19, and then turn to page 19. Then you will find the sutta, Ratana Suttang, the Jewel Discourse. So the ones who does not have the Parita chanting book, don't worry. We have added a link. If you are listening through the YouTube or through the other media platforms, there will be a link. You can go to that link and find it. The others, they can chant together with me. And next time, you can go to the Mahamevanawa Buddhist Monastery's website and find and search for Ratana Sutta. And you can go to sereencolombo.org website, and also over there, if you search for Ratana Sutta, you will find the text, the sutta, and next time be ready with the sutta to chant together with me. So now let's chant the Ratana Sutta. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Yanida bhutani samagatani Bhummani vayani va antalikhe Sabbeva bhuta sumana bhavantu Athopi sakkacca sunantu bhasitang. Whatever beings are assembled here, whether on the earth or in the sky, may all these beings have happy minds. Listen closely to my words. Tasma hi bhutani sametha sabbe mettang karotha manusiya pajaya divacaratta haranti ye baling tasma hine rakhata appamatta. Pay attention, all you beings. Show kindness to those humans who by day and by night offer much merit to you. Therefore guard them diligently. Yang kinci vittang idavahurang va saggesu ayang ratanang panitang nano samang athi tathagatena idampi buddhe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu. Whatever treasure in this world or in other worlds, or whatever precious jewel is in the heavens, none is equal to the Buddha. In the Buddha is this precious jewel. By this truth may there be well-being. Khayang viragang amatang panitang yadajjaga sakya muni samahito natena dhammena samathi kinchi idampi dhamme ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu. The calm Sakyan sage found the undefiled, dispassionate, deathless Nibbana. There is nothing equal to that state. In the Dhamma is this precious jewel. By this truth may there be well-being. Yam buddha setto parivannai sucing samadhimanan tarikanyamahu samadhina tena samorna vijjati idampi dhamme ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu. That purity praised by the Buddha, called concentration with immediate result. That concentration has no equal. In the Dhamma is this precious jewel. By this truth may there be well-being. Ye puggalattha satang pasattha chattari etani yugani honti te dakhineya sugatassa savaka ete sudinnani mahaphalani idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu. The 8 persons praised by the wise, these 4 pairs are the gift-worthy disciples of the well-gone one. Gifts given to them yield abundant fruit. In the Sangha is this precious jewel. By this truth may there be well-being. Ye suppayutta manasa dalhena nikkamino gotama sasanam hi te pattipatta amatang vigaiha Ladha mudha nibbuting bhunjamana idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu. Those who are well trained, freed from all defilements, and with minds firm in Gautama Buddha's training, upon attaining Nibbana, they plunge into the deathless, freely enjoying the liberation they have gained. In the Sangha is this precious jewel. By this truth may there be well-being. Yathinda khilo pathaving sitosiya chatubhivate asampakampiyo tathupamang sappurisang vadami yo ariya saccani avecca passati idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu. As a stone post firmly grounded in the earth cannot be shaken by the 4 winds, so is the superior person, I say, who clearly sees the noble truths. In the Sangha is this precious jewel. By this truth may there be well-being. Ye ariya saccani vibhavayanti gambhira panyena sudesitani kincapite hanti bhusappamatta nate bhavang atthamang adiyanti idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu. Those who comprehend the noble truths
well taught by the Buddha of deep wisdom, no matter how negligent, would not take an eighth existence. In the Sangha is this precious jewel. By this truth, may there be well-being. Sahawassa dassana sampadaya tayassu dhamma jahita bhavanti sakkaya ditti vicikiccitanca sīlabbataṃ vāpi yadatti kinci Chatuva payehi ca vippamutto cacabithanani abhabbo kātum idampi sanghe ratanang panītaṃ etena saccena suvatti hotu. For one who has attained to right view, three fetters are at once abandoned. Self-centered view, doubt and clinging to wrong practices, freed from the four planes of misery, he is incapable of committing the six major wrongdoings that lead to hell. In the Sangha is this precious jewel. By this truth, may there be well-being. Kincapiso kammang karoti papakang kāyena vācā udacētasāvā abhabbo sotasya paticcādāya abhabbatā diṭṭha padasya buttā idampi sanghe ratanang panītaṃ etena saccena suvatti hotu. Though he might do some evil deed by body, speech or mind, he cannot hide it. Such is impossible. For one who has seen the Dhamma, in the Sangha is this precious jewel. By this truth, may there be well-being. Vanappa gumbe atha pussitagge gimhana mase pathamasmin gimhe tathupamang dhamma varang adesai nibbāna gāmiṃ paramang hitāya idampi buddhe ratanaṃ panītaṃ etena saccena suvatti hotu. Like woodland groves in blossom in the first heat of summer is the sublime Dhamma taught by the Buddha, leading to Nibbāna and giving the highest happiness. In the Buddha is this precious jewel. By this truth, may there be well-being. Varo varanyu varado varaharo anuttaro dhamma varang adesai idampi buddhe ratanang panītaṃ etena saccena suvatti hotu. The excellent Supreme Buddha, the knower of Supreme Nibbāna, the giver of Supreme Nibbāna, the bringer of Supreme Nibbāna, taught the excellent Dhamma. In the Buddha is this precious jewel. By this truth, may there be well-being. Khinang Purānaṃ navannati sambhavaṃ viratta cittāyati ke bhavasmiṃ te khīna bija virulhiccanda නිබ්බන්ති ධීරා යථායම් පදීපෝ ඉදම්පි සංඝේ රතනං පනීතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්ති හෝතු. The liberated ones all karma is destroyed with no new arising, their minds not drawn to future birth, their old seeds destroyed with no more growing. The Arahants fade out, just as this lamp has done. In the Sangha is this precious jewel. By this truth, may there be well-being. Yani dhabhutani samagatani bhummani vayani va antalikhe tathagatan deva manussa pujitam buddhang namassama suvatti hotu. Whatever beings are assembled here, whether on the earth or in the sky, we respectfully worship the Buddha, honored by gods and humans. May there be well-being. Yani dhabhutani samagatani bhummani vayani va antalikhe tathagatan deva manussa pujitam dhammang namassama suvatti hotu. Whatever beings are assembled here, whether on the earth or in the sky, we respectfully worship the Dhamma, honored by gods and humans. May there be well-being. Yani dhabhutani samagatani bhummani vayani va antalikhe tathagatan deva manussa pujitam sanghang namassama suvatti hotu. Whatever beings are assembled here, whether on the earth or in the sky, we respectfully worship the Sangha, honored by gods and humans. May there be well-being. Etena saccena suvatti hotu. By this truth, may there be well-being. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya.
Namo Buddhaya. Now we have come to the merit sharing. So today, this program was sponsored by a family from Toronto, Tissa and Gauri Mallavarachi. They wish to share merit with their beloved children. So let us share merit with all the gods, and may all the gods rejoice in this merit of Dhamma Dana. So may all the gods rejoice in this merit and help the people, help everyone to overcome from this coronavirus, and may they help us to abandon this coronavirus as soon as possible. And may all the devas realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And these devotees have a very special merit sharing. So they would like to share merit with Lokaswami Mahansa and also with Jivananda Swami Mahansa, because these devotees are from Toronto, from Canada. So Jivananda Swami Mahansa has been teaching them Dhamma for a long time, for close to 10 years. So they would like to show their gratefulness to Jivananda Swami Mahansa. So by the power of this merit, may Jivananda Swami Mahansa be well and happy. May our Lokaswami Mahansa and all the monks and nuns of Mahamayana Buddhist monasteries rejoice in this merit. and have long life and realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And the parents, Tissa and Gauri Mallavarachi, would like to share merit. They love to share merit with their loving daughter, Anjali Tilakshi Mallavarachi, on her 25th birthday on 15th May, and with their loving son, Danta Aravind Mallavarachi. And on the power of this merit, they wish them all success and happiness. They bless them to get over any difficulties in their future endeavors and to strengthen their Dhamma path. So may our Anjali daughter and son Danta Aravind Mallavarachi be well and happy, have long life and realize the Four Noble Truths. And may parents Tissa and Gauri Mallavarachi and their relatives, family members and everyone who's joining this program rejoice in this merit and have long life, have well-being, and realize the Four Noble Truths. And may everyone who's suffering from the coronavirus rejoice in this merit, and may they be well and happy, have happiness, and realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And also they would like to share merit with all the departed relatives. So may all the departed relatives rejoice in this merit, be well and happy, have happiness, and escape from suffering as soon as possible. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And may all the devotees who support the Shraddha TV, who does monthly donations, be well and happy, have happiness, and realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya. Hope to meet you in next week.
මෙවැනි වටිනා ධර්මදේශනා නැරඹීමට ශ්‍රද්ධා YouTube චැනලය සබස්ක්‍රයිබ් කර සීනුව ලකුණ ඔබන්න.